Wait, can we see how many fucking knockouts I got? How do I see it?
It says right there.
So
you got
4 wins.
I got 11.
Yeah, we'll see. How long was I in it? Do I get an amount for that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. This game fucking sucks.
Does this game suck?
Yeah.
Alright, so want to do story mode?
Sure. Let's try it out.
Alright, so what are we going for? We're going for the US title,
well,
the Cruiserweight title, the tag titles, World Heavyweight title.
What do you think is the best one?
I mean, I feel like the World Heavyweight one is more prestigious, so...
Okay,
yeah. With that one.
I'm going to pull up the fighters that we just saw in the Creator Clash, and we can talk about that.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. Creator Clash. So how did you guys enjoy the Creator Clash?
I think it was okay.
You thought it was okay? I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it exceeded expectations.
Sam Hyde should have been there.
Well, that's a given. But I think the fights that we saw were pretty good. I mean, it opened with a bang.
I think
fucking oh my god, Matt Watson got fucked up.
First 2 fights, I think, were the best 2 fights of the night.
Yeah, true. All right, so starting with the first one, obviously Dad versus Matt Watson. Dad fucking rocked him. I want to see him come back next year.
Oh, he will. You know.
He's so good. Nathan Barnett, I love.
Oh, they're gonna do this every year?
Yeah.
That's what they're planning.
Yeah. I don't think iDubbbz is gonna fight in every year. I think he'll probably fight next year.
I don't know if it's official or not, but I'm pretty sure he's insinuated that there will be another one.
Yeah. So, I'm hoping. I thought it was fucking a great time. Yeah. Wasn't that Aaron Hansen's, like, he was the one that sponsored the whole thing, right? It was his, like, media company.
Was it?
Yeah. Because he was wearing the robes for the thing that was,
Oh, that's why he was on the card.
Yeah.
That's why
he got fucked up by Harley.
He did.
That was great.
I was glad because didn't he like wasn't one of his editors that he like refused to like condemn like flirting with like 12-year-old boys?
It was his co-host, I believe. It was. No, the other one.
Dan,
yeah. Which is fucking wild.
I thought it was like an editor.
No, I think it was Dan.
That's even
Danny
weirder.
Sexbag. Yeah.
It's also
there was
John
some shit. I wanted to see Aaron Hansen versus JonTron for the fate of Susie.
Kind of a fucking manly. He's pretty short.
I would have loved to see it, though, for the fate of Susie. Do you remember that drama that came out when he left? They were like, yeah, because he fucked Susie.
No, who's Susie?
Susie's Aaron Hansen's wife.
Why would... I don't believe that. Why would...
I don't believe it either.
Why would she fuck JonTron of all people? I don't think JonTron would fuck JonTron.
Yeah. I don't even know when JonTron's
Isn't he married?
Well, now he is. Not when he was fucking Susie.
Found someone desperate enough.
Look at this manlet out
in the
of the
state of
ring.
New Hampshire.
It's true.
There's a lot of those.
How much is the count? Is it a count to 20? What the fuck? Wasn't it always a count to like 10?
Yeah.
Then why did they make it 20?
Because WCW is dumb.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's out of business, dude.
Is that the one that... Okay, so I'm not... Like, I know about wrestling. I'm not huge into it. Is it because, like, Hogan left and he started this? Is that the one that he started?
WCW's been around since, like, is a offset of the NWA, which predates the WWF by a couple of years. WCW was bought by Ted Turner in the late 80s, and they went head-to-head with WWF in the 90s on Monday nights. That's what the Monday Night War is. And for a while, WCW was actually winning. Mm-hmm. Like, they won for, I think, 2 years straight.
What history lesson?
Like, from, like, 1996 to, like, early 98,
do you think that
unstoppable.
Do you think that they did that on purpose to get, like, they paid them to be like, help us get more views on our fucking shitty
because it was like a brutal war, and like WCW had like an actual thing where like, no, we want to put them out of business.
It was a fucking war. Like, there was the front lines and everything.
There was
the trenches. People were shooting each other.
People were like betraying people. Dude, all right, there's actually one famous story about showing how like personal it was. So Bret Hart was the face of the WWF in the 90s for a while, right?
Use his full name, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Come on.
My Canadian hero. Thank you, Bret, for allowing me to be my hero. Anyway, Bret was the WWF champion, right?
Wait, think about it.
So Bret's the WWF champion, right?
Yep.
And he decided that WCW was going to offer him more money, so he decided to go to WCW. But he was still a WWF champion. But he was like, all right, I'll drop the belt. I have no problem with that, but I won't drop it to the person you want me to drop it to. And they're like, you have to do that. And he's like, no, I won't. And I won't lose in Canada because I'm from Canada.
Yeah.
And so the thing was that his contract was up the next day. And like WCW could be like, he could just show up in WCW. Because WCW already had a thing where they signed WWF's women's champion who threw their belt in the trash to show how meaningless it is.
Yeah.
And they were scared that Bret Hart would do it for like their belt. And so halfway through the match, like Shawn Michaels puts Bret Hart in Bret Hart's own move. And they just rang the bell and made him look like a fucking jackass on fucking national television.
Damn, that's fucked.
So it was like an actual like war where they were betraying people and fucking making each other look like fucking assholes.
Blackmailing.
So when did Hogan leave and then join the other team?
Hogan left in 1993. He left the WWF and then he joined WCW in '94. And that
was huge, right?
That was a huge thing,
and that's when he went to like full Hollywood Hogan or whatever.
That happened in '96 when Scott Hall and Kevin Nash left the WWF as well, and they created the NWO, which became like the biggest fucking deal in wrestling for like a couple of years. And then that's what kind of had them winning for a while. And then like the Sting versus the NWO storyline was so well done until the end, and that's kind of what began the death of the company.
Yeah.
Because like they had this great story where they built on the. So Sting had this thing where they didn't know if Sting was in the NWO or he was fighting for WCW, and then he was like, I fight for nobody, and he started hanging out in the rafters and didn't wrestle a single match. And no one knew what side he was gonna be on, and then he decided he was gonna be on WCW's side. And then he fought Hogan. But Hogan thought Sting looked like shit when they showed up to the building.
Yeah.
So I lost. But
no, it's a draw.
He was like, so I shouldn't win. Sting shouldn't win clean because he looks like shit and it's unbelievable. So what we should do, we should have like a weird thing, which they tried to do the Bret Hart thing, like as like on purpose. So what happened was they have like Hogan beats Sting's ass and then pins Sting, and it was supposed to be like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, a fast count, but the referee counted it normally. But Bret Hart still comes out anyway. He's like, no, restart it. And then so Sting wins, but it looks like he didn't actually deserve it.
Yeah.
And like everyone was like, well, and then like a couple weeks later, Austin became like the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah, which still,
yeah,
I think Austin's one of my faves.
Yeah, because then after that, like the WWF like just started pushing Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and fucking The Rock, and Mankind, and Mankind started throwing himself off of cages. So it was like
and
they
punching
had
tacks, taking names, bro. Yeah, Mankind was fucking amazing.
Circles around.
I could talk about wrestling all fucking day. Let's just do exhibitions.
So my question is,
want to do a tag team?
No, you two play, because I'm gonna go over the creator class shit in a second. Well,
you want me to play Mark?
Yeah. Or what about tag team? You two versus two comms.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, and then put the comms on fucking super hard. Can you change difficulty of comms?
Huh?
Can you change the difficulty of the comms?
No, I don't think so.
Fuck.
So I'll be Brett. You want to be
Brett the Hitman Hart?
I recommend Chris Jericho.
You should just be Brett the Hitman Hart as well.
I think he's 2 more away from here.
Disco Steve, dude. Disco Inferno.
Yeah, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho's really good.
So, what would you say is the best era of like wrestling? The late 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The night like I would say like 1996 to 2003.
See, I got into it around like it was either 2003 or 2004, and that was like the era that I watched a lot of, and I fucking loved it. Like I would watch it as a kid every, here and there, and you'd be like, yeah, I know the wrestlers, right? But I didn't really get into it, like watching it every single week until like 2003, 2004, until like the PS2 games came out, and I was I played so much of the PS2 games.
Same, bro.
So fucking good.
I still play the season mode of Shut Your Mouth and Here Comes the Pain like once a year. I think that is so fun. I was like obsessed with wrestling in like the late 90s and 2000s.
What's the deal with airplanes?
To the point where like I used to like torrent fucking like.
Oh, you didn't? No, you used to legally acquire.
All right, so the real question is, have you ever beaten off to wrestling?
No.
Yes, you have.
No,
that is such a lie.
Is there like a girl?
Why are you smiling? Look at him.
Smiling.
Look at that little fuck. He's smirking, bro.
Wait, is there a female league that you can jerk
There is.
to?
What are they called? They were called the Divas,
yeah,
right?
the Divas.
Did they change it to...
it's called the Women's Division now.
The Women's Division?
Females.
But the Divas, like... what was that one? I think we talked about this before on the podcast. I can't remember. But do you remember that time that they were like, we're going to have sex live on TV when they were really
Edge and
on
Galena?
Edge?
Edge and Lita were gonna have sex for the thing, and Ric Flair stopped it, which is completely unrealistic. He would have joined in.
Yeah.
No, there was. Actually, one diva is in jail right now.
Really?
Sunny.
Yo.
Sunny, she was the first ever. Sunny, she was one of the first ever divas.
And how the fuck did I do that?
And she killed a man
Really?
by accident, but she killed him. And she's been having problems with the law for the last few years. So.
Jesus. Have you watched any new wrestling?
I've watched occasionally some AEW stuff, but that's about it.
I'm like low key thinking about getting into Japanese wrestling.
New Japan is phenomenal.
It's amazing. I started watching clips. My buddy, he's into like backyard like wrestling and stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to John Barry. Love you, man. But like he's like getting into like backyard wrestling a lot, and like he has his character and stuff. He's always been like a huge fan of wrestling, and so he's been sharing like a lot of shit that's like just Japanese wrestling, and like I don't know, dude. I have to watch some of it. They get so much fucking air sometimes.
They do.
And I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And they have the best shots in wrestling, where it's like the over the shoulder shot,
oh, hell yeah.
where you see them getting up, and you're like, I am into it.
The best era of wrestling is like the late '90s and early 2000s, because at that time you had the WWF, WCW, and ECW all happening at once.
Yeah.
And then like the mid 2000s was pretty fun because I remember like you had the WWF and you had like TNA and Ring of Honor and stuff. And like other than that, yeah. Oh shit, we won.
Let's fucking go.
Hell yeah.
Of the 3 wrestling games, what do you think about this one?
It was okay. It seemed like, out of fairness, I only played 2 matches, and of those 2 matches, it felt a lot more complicated, which is good. But personally, I like simple-minded wrestling.
Yeah.
So I like
doing kicks.
My little kicks.
Little spam, little.
What about you, Jacob?
Little up down. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's better than the last one we played.
Oh,
which was
Warzone?
absolute fucking shit. At least I know what I'm doing this time.
Yeah.
Like, okay, B is grab, A is fucking kick, right?
Like, first impression, this game seems...
Reversed. But you can do it. Other way. A is grab, B is kick. Pretty fucking simple control scheme. That's how it should be.
Yeah, first impression, the game seems fun. But it seems a lot more complicated. Like, I could see myself getting into this game a lot as a kid.
I'm already in.
And then just being like, yeah, I'd call people over and shit. Like, this one you can, like, actually sink your teeth into. As with the other ones, it's like a game you rent for,
Yeah, the other one's a game you rent at Blockbuster. This one,
exactly.
This is one you, like...
You get the full experience
this
for
is when
renting
you're at the schoolyard and you're like, yo... WCW at my house tonight?
Yeah. This is the one you purchase, the other one's the one you rent. Yeah. That's fair.
They're like, Mark, we're playing football tonight, go away.
That's what we have to now do. We gotta say, like, is this a rent or a buy?
Yeah.
This one is a buy.
This is definitely a buy.
For sure.
High?
Even pans.
Sell high.
Anyway, thanks everyone for listening. Peace out. And
check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.